Good morning, tubers. It's actually not morning, it's afternoon. Actually, I'll do that one in the morning. Is the audio's working? Cool. I know it's not my usual time to do a live feed, but what do I do? 2, 2, 4, 2, 6. I better charge them up a bit first. It's a bit flat. What's happening, guys? 11 whole people. And I will check emails while I'm waiting for somebody to say good day. And it's just spam. That was worth it. Junk emails. 96 junk emails. It's deleted. There is nothing there to look at. Emails. Why is that there? I don't want that there. YouTube. DIY Tech and Repairs. Hey, buddy. The sunny coast. Good morning. What have I got? There's that one. Oh, that does come up there. You learn something new. How do you keep those large banks charged without imbalances? Well, that's not a problem anymore. A big battery management system. Brandon Woods. Yes, my day is going well. Although my day's almost finished. And I've got like 50 minutes left before I have to go inside. So this won't be a long one, but if you've got questions or whatever else, please feel free to ask. Or let me know where you're from or whatever. That will go away. I wonder how I make that go into idle bypass. I don't know. It was a lot better than that. What kind of charge controller? I use a PCM 60X solar charge controller. PCM 60X. It is not ideal, but it does work well. Todd Thomas, good morning from the USA. Good day, buddy. I can't screen share and still, if I get rid of, yes, for the 18650 banks. I actually need that one up. I need that one up. I'm just using Google Hangouts because it's easy. Okay. Screen share. Share, and that's going to look really weird. Go back to that one. There we go. And of course, now I can't actually see the chat. Actually, I posted the link on... what did I do? Paste it on Facebook. I should be able to look at. I should be able to look at the chat on my phone. Maybe that'll work, won't it? I'm sure it will. No. Where did I put it? I should be more prepared. Right. All right, that one. And I bet you I don't know my username and password to sign in. What do we got? No, you can't do the chat on your phone. Isn't that just fantastic? That doesn't work too well. Maybe if I make that smaller. That's not working either, is it? This is well planned. Come on, move around. I really should have rebooted this poor computer before I thought about doing this. It does struggle. There we go, that works. Now I can see the chat and I can watch my TV. T.Y. Harding, I've been trying to catch up on all your episodes. When you're charging your packs from solar and they're full, what does the solar then do? It does nothing. It just vanishes into heat or whatever in the charge controller. How many sunshine hours do I have? Of late, I've had a week of none. Like literally nothing. But usually, I don't know, maybe six hours of really good sun and then another couple of hours of pretty average. Yankee 4. Hey, cool. I've been watching a lot of your videos. Love your work. Thank you very much. I'm watching on my Apple TV and typing from my phone. There you go. That works. Solar supplement batteries. Where you posted the battery holders. I think that is on. I did have this open. DIY Powerwalls. No. If you go down the bottom of this page, the battery holders are there. Oh, some battery holders are there, but you can also go up to this link up here. I'll give you that link. Copy link address. Copy link address. There we go. That'll work. Oh, you've been running. That's pretty cool, Yankee. I have been running on grid for the last week because it's been raining and I've been trying to charge these batteries. It's incredibly hard to charge these batteries without turning on the grid charger, which is what I've been doing. Should be going to idle bypass mode shortly, I think. Just how many packs are you managing on that BMS system? I've only got 42. So I'm not even at 20% of the capabilities of the Watchmon. 42 out of 249, I think it can do. So I can build a lot bigger without too much of a problem. A lot bigger. I wonder wonder if this will work. No, that's a bad idea. Oh no, I closed the chat. I closed the chat. This just got serious. What did I do? Now I've got to find the chat again. Oh, there we go. How did I do that? Come on. In the chat again. Oh, there we go. Pop out. Pop out chat. Get rid of that. Put that back over there again. What was I going to do? Cam Studio? No. That'll have to do. I was going to turn my camera on, but it doesn't matter. Off grid for last week. How many packs? Amazon. Thanks. We have been cool out and no need to heat or AC, so we're just not needing much power at the moment, maybe 12 kilowatt hours a day. Yeah, I've been using about double that, unfortunately. You could use VIC. VLC. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You don't need to see my camera. I got other programs. Why is that control? Webcam options? No. Maybe it was because I've already got this camera running. I really don't know. OBS was really good, but a bit laggy. How did you find Power Tool 18650 versus laptop? I haven't touched any Power Tool batteries. That doesn't mean I don't have any Power Tool batteries. I just haven't bothered. They're too hard to get apart. Power Tool batteries. Okay. Power Tool batteries. There you go. That is 4 Power Tool batteries deep. I think there's about 200, maybe more. Power Tool batteries down there. There's a few. Yeah, look at that. It was never going to work first time. Morning from Germany. Get me some coffee in the office. Got me some coffee in the office. Have you had an issue with the occasional Chinese fakes? No, because they go on the bin pretty quickly. Any temperature issues so far? Thermal runaway? Nope. I've had 5 cells go negative, go reverse polarity, or go dead short, or something like that, and it just blew the fuse. And I didn't know about it until I pulled the packs. That's all I've been able to source. Oh, okay. Power Tool batteries. Well, Power Tool batteries often have a longer, what are they, higher amp draw. Higher amp draw, lower capacity, I think. I don't know. I should test these one day. I think someone else is going to grab them off me. I have another 3 containers down there with about another, I don't know, 400 or 500 laptop batteries. They're everywhere. I think, yeah, Yankee 4, I do actually think I lose a lot of power. I really did think that my capacity dropped, but after I started pulling them all out and actually testing the voltage with something more than a Chinese multimeter, which I've got, yeah, these batteries were out of balance, and they were they took, well, taking into account we've had rain for 10 days straight and not too much solar. But they took some days to balance off, and they're almost perfect now. If I go, oh, I almost hit stop broadcast. If I go to share screen again, minimize that down, open that back up, I can actually hide. Where's my taskbar? There we are. I haven't actually used my batteries for a few days at all. Oh man, this computer's so slow. Okay. Screen set scaling. Yeah, you little mongrel. All right, rightio. Exit out of that. This is working well, isn't it? It's like boring TV. Keyboard shortcuts, Pete. Windows D. Oh man, I need a new computer. That'll be next month. No, that doesn't work. Windows D does not work. Right, we'll minimize it down. Watch power. Nope. Nope. Let's go the fourth one I try. Right, get rid of all that. So the house is currently using 700 watts or 640 watts. And I clicked the wrong one again. That's just genius. I'll tell you what, this is making for some special videos. So we want to go to SBU, which is solar battery utility, apply, MINISTRATLR, because I never change passwords, apply, okay. So now we should go from line mode to battery mode. So we're in battery mode. And now, does Alt-Tab work? Of course, Alt-Tab doesn't work when you're remote desktoping. Minimize that down, scroll to the bottom, Atrium. Okay, so now we've got a 700 watt load. You can see the top right is drawing from the batteries, and you can sit here and watch the batteries slowly drain down for the next hour. Tristan Powerwall, hey mate, g'day buddy. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind. Saws, how did you do in the summer? Yes. What weather like where you are? It's been raining for about 10 days, and today was overcast and with a few showers all day. So the government, so as the government, the wife, given your Powerwall project the seal of approval yet, or does she still think you're spending too much time and money on it? I think she's sort of coming around to it. I think. Oh man, 200. What's 200? Let me in on the secret. What's 200? CC 24. What's 200? I've had a few power tool batteries, and they have had Samsung 13F, so not really good for what we want. Oh, there you go. Where did I find these cells? I found them everywhere, but I'm also lucky enough to have a YouTube channel where people ring me up and say, hey, I've got batteries, which is kind of a little bit cool, because now I don't have to spend hours and hours and hours every week on the phone trying to get somebody to sell me stuff, which I really appreciate too, I should say. Hello from Germany, love your stuff. Why you do not use new cells? Thanks, I odd time, Bob. Because I don't want to use new cells, and they're expensive, and I'm cheap, and my wife won't let me. I think that's fair enough, actually. Yes, that's good. What I was finding on these hot days, 18650 bank would have good but less power. Yeah, I think so. I think it has something to do with it. What's that cool BMS again? It is a Batrium BMS. www.batrium.m.com, and I think I've got to put the HTTP in there so it's clickable. There you go. With the 600 watt load, the battery voltage doesn't really drop very much. It's quite mesmerizing to watch that. That BMS flickering has been. I have nothing but love for it. I love it. Drew Bradley, hello everyone. I finally caught the live show. Yes, but it's only a short one. I have half an hour left. So if you've got questions, smash me, because I really have to go inside at 8 o'clock, and it is 7:30 p.m. right now. Is there any way to discharge more than one 1850 with the IMAX? Yes, you can discharge them, but you won't get an accurate figure. You can only do one at a time. You can do lots at a time, but it'll give you 4,000 milliamp hours rather than 3 cells that are differing milliamp hours. I'm using the new software called ICC. Is anybody else using it? Yes, I have been offered to use that. I am not. I don't think I'm going to run it until I change over. I've been offered a copy of it. Amp hours, your batteries. Oh, okay, 200. No, it'll probably be more than that. I don't know. I guess with this Batrium software, I'll be able to work that out. It's interesting to see that one's cell 31 has dropped to 4.07. That's weird. 31. So you got 30 and 31. So that one's dropped by 0.2 of a volt. That is weird. The good thing about this, I'll be able to see weak cells and change them out quite quickly. So minimum voltage. So 36. 35 is 07. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 at 30, 4.08 volts. Oh no, there's heaps at 4.08 volts. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Bloody hell. Come on, Pete, get it together. Yeah, you can actually see here all the battery voltages for every single cell, and if I sort them by number, you can see them as they roll. How many milliamp hours have been dispersed, serial numbers, highs, lows, bypass balance, and all that sort of stuff you can see there. I don't understand. I don't pretend to know all this yet. Batrium, DIY tech and repairs. Thanks, buddy. I'm going to go back to the self-flickering side. Love it. I seriously have a screen set up just so I can watch this all day. Amp hours of your batteries. You just showed. Amp hours of my batteries, I think. Total, probably about 400 amp hours. For maybe 500. Maybe 500 amp hours in total. How much did the BMS system cost, and what is your average power usage during the evening until the next day in the morning? I don't know. I think we use about 10 to 15 kilowatt hours every night, but it really depends on who's home. if my teenage daughters are home or not, which more and more they are not home. How much did the BMS system cost? I haven't added that up, but it's quite expensive with all the other bits that I have purchased in the last week. Because I needed to, I got sent 14 Longmons, and then I got another 30 Longmons, and then I got a new shunt. So it's added up quite fast. But holy heck, I wonder, I genuinely wonder whether I'll get maybe 20% more out of these batteries having them so balanced. I don't think that's unfair either. I will list within the next week. I will list an updated cost of this project. So stay tuned on the forum. I will post it on the forum, and I will do a spreadsheet or whatever. However, I think it was Excel or something with all the costs, including the Batrium gear that I got. And I might even list copies of invoices and stuff of other things, so you know exactly where I stand. But I watched another video of my own the other day, and I said that I'd never do reviews and stuff like that. But Jesus, I tell you what, that was about 12 months ago. But I love this. It's just cool. What other BMS has an interface that is that interactive? And I can change everything, and I can do stuff, and I can change colors. And actually, I've never actually changed colors, but I know you can. Highlighted. Color max. Oh, I wonder if I can change the colors of my cells to green. Is that how it happens? Oh, look at that. That'll make you sick. Someone's going to get seasick for sure. Okay, that's a horrible color. Let's make a less obnoxious color. Something a little less bright. Even that's too bright. I wonder what color. I should have taken more notice of what color it was. Go there somewhere. What else we got? Bypass top digit, right digit, cell chart, color minimum, color max, low alert, high alert. Okay. Oh man, I should have taken. That's going to really annoy me now. What other colors can you change? Solid blue. Oh, there we go. Oh, that looks even more terrible. I really should stop playing with it. And then, okay, save. They're practically the same color now. You can't even see it. That's not acceptable. Just go a few shades darker. Right, that'll do. It's staying like that. What would the size of your wall cost if you had used the Tesla style? A lot more. I mean, my 30 kilowatt hour, don't worry about the BMS, but the 30 kilowatt hour Powerwall only cost me $6,000. And that was with a bunch of mistakes and inverters and selling stuff and buying stuff. So it's been interesting to see how you transform from the early days YouTubing. You're killing it now. I don't think I am killing it. I feel like a YouTuber, but I don't think I'm a YouTuber. Does that make any sense? I got heaps of subscribers and stuff like that, but I can't earn a living from it. Hell, I'd have trouble even paying 2 mortgage payments. Oh, cool. Hey, look at that. We caught it. That is active balancing. But why is it doing that now? That is very odd. That should not be doing it when there is a 10 amp draw on the batteries. Maybe I have the settings wrong. Where that went red, what's that called? There's a proper word. What it does is if it goes idle with the shunt on it, it'll try and balance the battery bank. But there's no reason why that should be doing it with a 10 amp draw. And I was playing with all of the settings earlier. So maybe, just maybe, I changed one of the settings. I'm just going to ignore it. Just pretend like there's no red up the top. Pretend like I didn't try breaking it again. I hope Jared's not in here. Am I using fully energy free now? Well, no, not even close. It's been okay. Question: what fuses between the cell and the bus bar do you currently use? Do you think 5 amps is still fusing? Yes. In fact, I think mine tested it on your average Joe, tested at 19 amps, but they still all blew when I stuffed it up. And I may have stuffed it up a little bit more than I kind of thought at the time, maybe, possibly. Put it this way, the next video you will find out exactly what I did, quite embarrassingly. Any advice for someone looking to make a Powerwall? Yes. Don't short circuit your batteries. You look like a twat. No, but seriously, go out and have some fun. Do some research. Don't just expect that 1 or 2 or 3 YouTubers are the only ones that are doing it. Get out there and look at heaps of different people. Heaps and heaps of different people. I'm worried about what settings I stuffed up now. That shouldn't be doing that. At least I don't think it should. OOBFF, thank you. Too late now because we sort of worked it out again. Well done, mate, on how that good looks good. You should see the shed. I am so proud of the way the shed looks. Oh, my God. The way that those cables turned out, mint. Absolutely mint. I tell you what, one of the big problems with installing this was I wanted to do it my way, and of course my way took 5 times longer. I made all the cables. I know I've already showed this, but I'll show it again. Oh, wait a minute, I don't have the camera on. Oh, or do I have the camera on? I don't even know if I've got the camera on or not. How do you do this? Nope. That one. Stop screen sharing. There we go. And all I need is the chat back. Rightio, I have exactly 17 minutes before I have to leave. So that cable there is, ignore the hot glue on there because I had to take that one off. Come on, presentations, everything, Pete. Jesus, man. Get your shit together. They were the, oh, there's a camera there. They were the standard cables. And I replaced them all with these. So I put heat shrink on one end, Focus, come on, AVE. So I put heat shrink on one end and then this stuff all the way along. So it looked nice and tidy and nice and clean. And I'm lucky I had my Sparky come over and help me do a whole heap of these and a whole heap of soldering, and he helped out a lot. But yeah, between that and I put this stuff over everything. I covered as much as I possibly could with that and hit all the cables and whatever else. And then I broke a cable and then the shunt didn't work. And anyway, that's another story. I'm not too proud of breaking that, but you get that. Nothing you can do about it. Greetings from Tokyo. Wow, we're global. Well, yeah, so the interwebs, of course it's global. Robert, question. If two cells have a different voltage, why is the voltage from the overcharged cell burned in heat and not transferred to the other cell? Because that is problematic. Because what happens when the battery overcharges? Where does that transfer to when the whole battery is overcharging? So there's two sides to that story. Burning it off as heat, I lose more efficiency from my solar cables from my shed roof down to my battery bank than I do in a few of those Longmons burning off heat. So it's all relative. It's such a small amount of power, and it's only ever right at the top end. So there's no efficiencies transferring, pushing and pulling, because there's inefficiencies in that as well, I assume. Yeah, it's not possible because the cables... no, it's not possible because that's not how this system is designed. It's purely burning them off, and I love it. So I don't think I have... I seriously have so many bags of Watchmons. It's like, holy heck. So that's the Watchmon. So an iPhone for scale. There you go. So that's a Watchmon. And it's got two little grooves in it. Let's get that from sticking on my arm. You have a look on one end, it's got a couple of grooves. So those grooves actually fit on the side of the thing, and you could put a zip tie through it so they tie on nice and neat. All of this is the heat, so that's how it dissipates the power. And the top bit's the where is it? The top bit's the electronics. And there's a temperature sensor there, and there's another temperature sensor down the bottom somewhere. So there's 85 temperature sensors in my power shed alone. 85 temperature sensors. That's insane. And until I get a bigger shed, and there'll be even more. Rightio. Tokyo, I hope that answers that question. I've never used active balancing, and that's not even the right word, but yeah. Tristan Powerwall, what's your average cell capacity that you use on your additional 10 kilowatt hour packs? Have you dropped the capacity at all? No. In fact, I'm actually lucky. I'm actually giving away to my electrician a lot of the 20 and 21s. So it's sort of, well, it's 20. It's, put me on the spot. It's in between 21 and say 2900 milliamp hours, and literally I get them out of the discharger and then put them straight in the pack. But I really hope once I do all this work, I guess you'd say, and I want that one. No, that one. Right. Rightio. I will be able to tell if I let this run for 24 hours solid, I'm going to be able to see which cell has dropped down. And as soon as I see that cell has dropped down, I'll be able to know what is going on, like which is the poor cell. Of course, I don't know why this is active balancing. Idle bypass. Idle bypassing is the word. So hardware. Now, I was playing with these settings, and this is all me, I guarantee you. You got to learn somehow, right? Idle discharge. Okay, so that's 10 amps. So just for fun, let's click on advanced. I got it 10 amps there. So that's what I've done. I've changed that. So if I change that to 5 amps and click save and then go back to chart, that will stop at idle balancing. There we go. And all these white dots up the top are the temperature sensors at the bottom of the Longmon. And there's white triangles down here, and they're the temperature sensor at the bottom of the Longmon. No, they're at the top of the Longmon. This is upside down. It gets Pete's head done in. Okay, questions. Okay, 10 minutes left. If you have a question, ask it now. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it. What's the cell capacity? What would cost so much to do, Robert? I think how much wiring it would take. It's not. If you compare this to an off-the-shelf BMS off the old interweb somewhere, anything comparable to this is more expensive. Period. So it's not expensive for what it does. This is not a battery transferring power system. It's a battery management system that you can goddamn control. If I had this much control over my kids, I'd be in a really good place. I think I'm going to change that from 10 amps down a little bit lower too, because I don't really want to do it when we're drawing less power at night time. I found you through Jehu Garcia. What a legend. What do you think he's doing with the new project in his last video? I can't say. I talk to Jehu all the time, and I know, but I'm not saying. Watch his channel. Subscribe to his channel, and you will find out. How much extra energy? I must say, I've got vague information on what he's doing. I don't know actually what he's doing, but I got a rough idea. So, actually, no, I've got a bloody good idea, but he won't actually spurt them out of his mouth. So stay tuned. How much extra energy do you produce over and above your requirements, and are you still selling back to the grid? Would you go off-grid in the future? How big? Okay, how much extra energy do you produce? That's a really hard one. I can't really answer that one properly because I've got two separate systems. I've got 6,000 watts of panels that pump out to the grid. That's the commercial grid tie system. I haven't touched that. That is completely out on its own. And then I've got mine, which is 3,000, which is under 120 volts, which does all my Powerwall stuff. And on a bad day, I do not have enough power to recharge the batteries. I need another 2 kilowatt hours of 2,000 watts of panels, at least 2,000 watts of panels. I think that red is max. No, the red is when it is actively working to reduce the voltage of a given cell. So red is when heat is produced from the Longmon, and then you can see the temperatures and stuff like that. Thank you for inspiring us, mate. I set a target to build 11 kilowatt hour Powerwall with solar panels and the rest before the end of June. I hope to have more from you. Good morning from Greece. Oh, I thank you. That's really appreciated. Thanks, man. I'm glad you like it, but I'm also inspired by you guys because there's a lot of people doing some better stuff out there, I reckon. It's a community. And everyone's got some good ideas, and I'm all in for that. Okay, Westernness. Hey Pete, can you advise the acceptable milliamp hour range you advise for using in usable cells for a power pack? That is completely up to you. If you don't have many cells, you use the lower ones and use more. I choose to use above 2100 milliamp hours because I have a surplus of those. And I want power to weight ratio, I guess. So that's how I do it. There's a lot of people using 1800 milliamp hours and above and having a lot of success, or building out their packs so they got 100 cells rather than 80. That also works well. I do like the aesthetic appeal of how it looks like that. Okay. Who wants me to put run inside and put a, say, a 2000 watt load on that and see what it does? Who wants me to do that? That'll be fun. Yankee at Yankee 4. Okay, that's not me. You know what? You should apply for the hack a day prize 2017. Nah. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, but there's a lot more worthy. I mean, let's face it, I've just got a whole heap of parts and joined them together. I haven't really created anything. I've just bought stuff. I've bought or paid or whatever. So what's your opinion of that tester will help Australian electricity grid? I don't know, because I don't have power problems where I am. I've lost power for less than 5 minutes in the last 6 months. Maybe a little bit longer, but that's only when you've got kick-ass storms around and it comes back pretty quick. Still waiting for the uncut version of the shorting of the batteries. You did get an uncut the uncut version is just all the swearing and stuff. There is another version that I edited out that was I did a full edit. I really did do a full edit of a video and decided against it. If you want that video, I will post it on the forum after I finished here. So I'll post it in the YouTube section, but I think it's a private video, so I'll have to go and change the settings on it. It is uploaded and it is there. There's no extra information there. It just tells the story a little bit differently. So, and no slow motion and stuff like that. Remember to turn the camera off this time, mate. Yeah, I should do that. CC. Okay, thanks a lot. Have a good day. I have to get back to work. Coffee's finished. Okay, cheers, man. Thanks for tuning in, although you've probably already gone. One up the sleeve custom automotive. Woohoo, live stream about BMS. My whole life has been about this BMS for the last week. And I haven't recorded any of it because it's been raining and I just haven't been able to record it. Seriously, I've got like 10 minutes of recording. I will finish the video tomorrow and it will be up tomorrow. Probably tomorrow afternoon, I reckon. On the wiring setup, I will do this is a guarantee from me. I will do a complete video on the wiring and how I've done it. And I'll see if I can get some photos and stuff and sort of add it in and sort of create a story on the wiring. It's not very hard, eh? If you've got, say, 200 of these, and I'm pointing like you can see me bloody talking like a person with his hands, it's just literally you just connect one to the next. You just keep looping them over and over and over again until you get to 249. And you can have 249 cells. And then you tell it in here. Now, I am guessing because I can't remember where this is. Okay, so if I go to Cellmon, so I've got last node ID. So the first node ID is 1, the last is 42. So I've got 42. And then I've set nominal series of 14, so it's three lots of 14. So when I get more cells, I can change. Nominal series, that'll say the same, but I can change that to however many cells I've got, and it will just automatically do its thing. That's all you've got to do, really. Undo that one. Rightio, 1 minute. 1 minute. I've got to get through the rest of these questions. Yes, do it. Load test. Let's go. Okay, so I'll do the load test. Okay. What's your daily power production average with 3 kilowatt of panels? Lego Task Force, I still haven't called you. I do actually want to do something. I don't know. Maybe 10 kilowatt hours? Maybe? Yeah, 10 kilowatt hours is a good guess. They're old panels, so they're you have to run. It's really true making them packs up just as practical. Okay, give me. Turn on the kettle. No, I'll go. No, because everyone will be. Yeah. I'll go and turn the microwave on. I'll turn the microwave on. I'll put a liter of cold water in the microwave, and I'll leave the microwave on for 5 minutes. Okay, I'll be back. Give me a minute or two. All right, I'm back. There you go. There's 2,500. I put it on for 5 minutes. And what, we had voltage drop of a few points of a volt. Is that it? Well, isn't that interesting? A couple of the cells dropped by a lot more. See, that's how I'm going to know which of the poorly performing cells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that cell there is poorly performing under load. That's cool. That's an added advantage that I didn't realize I had. I think I might be changing out some packs. I wonder how much more that'll give me once I change out those packs. I wonder how many are dropping. If I go to telemetry, and we're going to go over, we are now 2 minutes over, which means I'm in trouble. Let's go to telemetry and go cell info. Okay, we won't go by the numbers. We'll go by the minimum voltage. So pack 35 has dropped like a hammer. 35 is the lowest. And the strongest cell is pack 4. Oh, there's a heap there. We just worry about the lowest cell. Well, that's an unexpected, cool little trick. What else have we got? Bypass amps. Is there anything else on that screen that we're not seeing? Oh, there's a heap of stuff on that side as well. Even tells you the high temperature of the cells, bypass temperature. Cool. Okay. So it shows these cells are quite happy to put a decent sized draw on them. There's 2,300 watts. Who wants me to put another? I reckon I can put another 1,000 watts on that without a problem. Who would like to see that? Make a cup of tea, take care. I am building an electric motorcycle. Single pack, other cells in them. Only fused in a single pack that went, or was it some to single cells in other packs? No, only pack 7 went. Take care. Thanks, Pete. Looking forward to the latest update. 86 2Ts and solar panels. I'm interested. And now we are talking about lighting DC or AC. Yeah, but yeah, DC lighting. The cost of me changing to DC lighting exceeds the value of actually doing it. Tea for the microwave, American style, according to Reddit thread last week. No kettles in America. That's actually the microwave. I got the microwave on high. Once that finishes, I'll go and put the microwave on high again, and I'll put the, say, the toaster down. That should crank it to 3,000 or 3,500 watts. If you're interested. If you're not, just sort of hang up and walk away, I guess. 38 viewers. Cool. Thanks, Pete. Looking forward to the update. DC, AC, RST from microwave. Have a good supplier for 18650 batteries. Yes, I do, as it turns out. Can you the size wire that you use on your negative side of your batteries? It is just the negative side of my batteries. Oh, and of course, I picked up the cable. It is the green and yellow cable from 240 volt house supply wire, and I just used the wires out of that. I've got no way of actually measuring the diameter or whatever of it is. I'll just say it looks like wire. Okay, wait, lots and lots and lots of laptop battery packs, pulling your hair out to find the best milliamp hours. Yes, there is lots of that. Can you give me a link to buy a lot of batteries? No, unfortunately, I cannot. Live science test. No is, well, yeah, well, I guess it's science, isn't it? Okay, so that's 5 minutes. So that's dropped out again, and then rebounded back up without a problem. Crank it, you go to the shit. Using my new channel, the software is amazing. More kilowatts. Okay, give me a second. I'll go and see. I can't remember what's going to tip it over the edge, but I think I should be able to do a kettle in the microwave, and that'll do about 3,500 watts, because I don't actually want to take it all the way over. Right, yeah. What do we got? We got 3,000. Oh, we've got to be able to do better than that. All right, I'll be back. We'll try one more. Right, what did we get to? Did I trip it? Oh, that's borderline. That's about all you get. 3,970 amps. That's a good load. I really shouldn't run. Will that trip the inverter? Come on. And look at the batteries. Look at the batteries, how they go out of balance. Wow. Holy wow. I didn't even think about this side of it. I'm still fairly happy. That's at the absolute limit of that inverter. That inverter has nothing left to give. The toaster will pop up in a second, which means it'll lose a bit of load. So I've got the toaster, the microwave, the kettle, four ceiling fans, one television, a fridge, freezer, and all the other little lights that are on all through the house. So that's, yeah, that's smashing it with a hammer. I'm a little bit worried that it's going to actually trip the power, but that's a solid test. Well, those batteries were so perfect. I spent so long getting those balanced. Maybe it'd be another one. There you go. So the toaster must have popped up. So the kettle and the microwave still going. Kettle and the microwave. So that's still doing 3,000. No, the kids, the only AC is in the kids' bedroom and they're asleep. Oh, okay, come on. I just thought it tripped, but it didn't. Look, you can see down here the voltage, the temperature of the batteries hasn't even risen, which is kind of cool. With a 3,000 watt load. Couple more minutes. That should, about a minute or so more, and that should go back to normal again, I reckon. So basically, these batteries, since it was 0.9, so it's well 0.09. So it's only gone down 0.1 of a volt. That's craziness. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, what else can I learn from this? What else can I do? I can't really put more of a load on it than that, because then I'll overheat the inverter, which is possible. I mean, we run a 3,000 watt load on it all the time, every single day. Should turn the deep fryer on. That pulls a solid 2,000 watts as well. I wonder, it'll be interesting once it finishes, what the voltage drops, but bounces back up to. There you go, some just dropped off. So it just bounced straight back up. So that must be the kettle's boiling still. Wow. That even impresses me. Having a visual of seeing which cells are going, ouch, is cool. So 35. I reckon 35 is a prime candidate for replacing that one there. Okay, back to the questions and answers. I feel regular channel caught me as 86 power bank. If anyone here is a 3D printer, I got an idea for literal brick, including 16 inch quad. Oh, so yeah, mate, not bad thing I made. Second channel, 16. Oh, there we go. Watching pizza, big thanks, mate. I am letting it run. It's almost done. Impressive. Almost 4 kilowatt. That's awesome system monitoring. I'm sold. Laptop battery grunt. It's not bad for recycled batteries, is it? You got currently in my project myself for 3 or 4 times Panasonic ones, but I need to find low voltage cutoff. I think you can get something from a 4-wheel drive or something. It depends on what voltage you've got. I want one for my EV project. Be great to eliminate low output packs. This is, I think what I'm going to do is, I think tomorrow, because tomorrow's like the washing day and I'm doing little quotey things with my fingers, I'm going to let this run these batteries hard all the way down. I'm going to change, let's go full screen just so I can destroy what I'm doing. If I change my voltage, at the moment I've got the back to discharge voltage of 50 volts. I'm going to deliberately hurt my battery bank by changing that to 48. And I'll leave that at 48 as well. While I'm here, I'll change that back up to 60 amps. Right. Now, if I truly have a bad bank of battery or a bad pack of batteries, tomorrow I am going to find that out and I'll replace it. I'll replace any of them bad, because that's going to give me even more capacity. I like that idea. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up now, guys. I'm going to read through the rest of these things, and then I'm out of here. You currently got capacity? So, okay, I want one for EV project. If I do, I'll get 40, then step it down to 12.8. But if I do, I'll get 3. Fully charged, I need some protection. Yes, you will. That is a problem with 12 volt. I do have the thermal camera. Why? What do you want thermal camera, dude? What do you want done with that? Really great test, Pete. 4 kilowatt should be more than enough for most households. Yes. I'm drawing 6 kilowatt at my house right now. Yes, I always draw 10 kilowatt hours. It makes me cry. Not for me. I need at least 40 kilowatt hours. My fault for doing the washing at night and not during the day. That's the beauty part about this system. I can do the washing and the drying all night long, and I still don't run out of power. I need 40 kilowatts a day. That's a lot. How long will it take? I can fully charge my batteries in one day from one normal night's use, but as soon as the clouds can come over and stuff like that, it doesn't work. 2 more kilowatt hours of 2,000 watts more panels, and I would be golden, absolutely golden. I can loan you my 40 amp LiPo charger so you can do a capacity test on one of your packs. I believe I can actually do a capacity test with this software. I don't understand it enough. I think it's under telemetry. There's so many depths to this software. It's crazy. I can do daily history. I don't know. Yeah, but you can do daily history, so you can do every single day. It says supply volt and lots of things. Lifetime, what does that show me? Critical battery okay, turning on and off, daily session. I'll have to ask Jaron. I don't know. I honestly don't know where to look. I have been told it's in there somewhere. I am not I'm not at all an expert. I'm a hack, and I get in there. Oh, look at those cells. They're all leveled back out pretty well again. That's going to occupy my day watching that. Right. If you're able to cut off a power, how long will it take? Yeah, to that. Bye. Thanks, Pete. Tristan Powerwall, ask me next time. I might take you up on it if you're close enough. I vote 31 and 35 your weakest. Cheers for your time. Have a good night. Terminals. I will do a video of that tomorrow. I'll put it under some load and get the thermal camera out. That's cool. Okay. Thanks very much for tuning in, guys. That was awesome. I loved it. I actually even learned something, which is kind of cool. Stop screen sharing, and that is back to me again. Okay, guys, thanks very much for tuning in. Thanks very much for supporting me. Bo's dad, thank you very much for your donation if you're here. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, guys. Stop broadcast. Stop broadcasting.